Okay, room tags or room names, and then create a simple legend structure. Okay, we are in 1/8 scale, and we need to place a number or a name for each of the rooms. The way to do that is architecture, room, RM. The moment you do that, you press, you see it has laser projections that understands enclosure, meaning understands walls, and it doesn't go through doors, you see. The second I jump to the next one, it creates another X-ray type of detecting rooms. The problem of going to this one is going to understand the whole thing. So I would probably recommend to create walls and place doors so every room is somehow divided, okay? Regardless of your distribution of program, you can just select once. You see how it snaps, select twice, and as many times as you want for as many rooms as you have, okay? A little dummy thing is, well, they're all named. I'm going to escape now, but you should have, even in the corridor, it should be like a room. They all name room. That doesn't make any sense. So you can click once and slowly twice. You don't have to double click. Just if you double click, you will go to the family of the tag. So, and you can call it lab. One, twice. You can call it lab 2. Or you can call it lab, actually. It's the same. It's also lab. Let's say this classroom. Enter. Say here lab 2. Say office. Let's say bathroom. Office. Classroom. I don't know, storage lab, for example. As you can see, automatically renames, so that's good. I already kind of did it intentionally. You can, so I placed it like in order of the chronological, so I started here and then ended up here. Different offices will do it differently, and normally they have to work with the client as in what this number should be. In theory, it actually should be more like it is here, 834, 811, etc. As you know, the first number of the name of a floor, sorry, of a room is normally the floor. No, so you will have, for example, in our 5th floor where we are, it will be 5, and you don't want to put 1, for example, because normally in a project like this you will have more than 10 rooms, no? So you want to probably put 501, no? And then 502. And I'm going to change one by one. Does that make sense? Or you guys think there's a list like the drawing list, but for rooms, no? So let's do that. Let's go down to schedules and quantities, right click, new schedule, and here you can select rooms, say OK, and you can add area, for example. That's good. You can say even the material of the ceiling, material of the base, which is the floor finish, sorry. You can place level where each of the rooms are, the name of the room. You can place also the number of the room. If you have calculations, you can place occupant of the room, wall finishes, volume of the room. I'm just going to leave it there for now. I'm going to place the name in the top and the number the first. Okay, I'm going to say OK. And by now this should be quite familiar to you, no? This is just the same. It's let's call it a spreadsheet where you have several columns as the fields that we created, and different data coming in. We don't have floor finish because we haven't changed it, but you can definitely add that. Every room that you have created from the first step we did, architecture, create room, it's going to be here. So for example, if I go to level, I don't know, level 1, and let's say that that's a room for whatever reason, architecture room. Okay. By the way, it understands the last of the numbers and it will add another one, so that's obviously a not so cool thing, but anyway, you can change that now very easily. You can go and create as many rooms as you want. Let's go back to the schedule we just created, room schedule, and there they are, level 1, composite, etc. So, and there being numbers. So let's go to, as we did before, WT to tile this. Let's go to level 5, WT. Let's close everything except zoom extend. You see how I can select in my list, I can select here the number, and it turns blue over there in the plan. So they're linked. You can change the name. You can even expand and say, well, it's not a lab anymore, it's an office, and it changes the name here. It's quite powerful. It's not 501, or if it is, I don't think so right now. I want to actually change the number 2 to 502. It's going to tell me, well, you have one here, so it doesn't make much sense, but you know, you can do it if you want. Change that, and change those to level 1, so that would be 102 or 101. 102, 103, 104, 105, 503, 504, 506, 507, 3, 4, picky, 507, 508, 509, 510, and there we go. So I changed the numbers, and I could change the names by using the list. No, I have the areas, and I know in what level they are, so it's very convenient. I'm going to leave the video there because I'm not sure